Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today, we'll be discussing the changes that happened to Yaoguang's kit in beta version 3. And of course, this information comes from a credible source, Hakushin. Alright, let's not waste any time and get right into it. Okay, Yaoguang Beta V3 has been released, and there are several changes to Yaoguang's kit in Beta V3, specifically to her skill, talent, and eidolons. With that said, let's begin the discussion. Before diving into Yaoguang's main kit, we'll first talk about her signature light cone. In Beta V3, this light cone largely retains its previous effects without any changes to its core mechanics. However, there is one important new additional effect. At the start of each wave, the wearer regenerates a fixed amount of 15 energy. This new effect is very relevant for Yaoguang, as it significantly speeds up her ultimate cycle. With energy regeneration at the start of every wave, Yaoguang can summon Aha more quickly, increasing the frequency of Aha's additional attacks, especially in multi-wave content such as pure fiction. Next, we move on to Yaoguang's main kit, but before that, running out of Stellar Jade and Honkai starrail? Don't worry, there's a more budget-friendly solution. Now you can top up in-game safely, quickly, and at a lower price through U7 Buy. And it's not just Honkai starrail, other games are available too, all in one place. Still not sure? No problem. You can check U7 Buy's reviews directly on Trustpilot, so it's transparent and trustworthy. For comparison, 80 oniric shards cost around $100 in the official store, but on U7 Buy, it's much cheaper. The process is also instant. Just select your server, enter your UID, and the balance is delivered straight to your account, no hassle. Don't forget to use code BOOM for a 5% discount. And if you spend $80 per month on U7 Buy, you can even get the Express Supply Pass for just 1 cent. Yeah, it's basically free. Click the link in my description or pinned comment to visit U7 Buy. Alright, let's continue. The first change begins with Yaoguang's basic attack. In Beta V3, the description of her basic attack is now written much more clearly. Previously, it only stated increases energy regenerated from basic attack, but now it explicitly states that Yaoguang's basic attack regenerates 30 energy. This is a very important detail, because the amount of energy gained from her basic attack is now equal to the energy gained from using her skill. This makes Yaoguang far more flexible and skill point positive, as she can still generate energy optimally even when spamming basic attacks. Next is her skill. Mechanically, Yaoguang's skill does not undergo any significant changes. However, its scaling value is buffed. The effect increases the elation of all allies by Yaoguang's elation is now increased to 20%, up from the previous 15%. We then move on to her talent, which is one of the parts that received a nerf. In the previous kit, Yaoguang's talent provided 24% elation damage. And the Great Boon effect could trigger repeatedly based on the number of skill points consumed, up to a maximum of 3 additional triggers. This mechanic offered strong damage potential, especially in teams that were highly skill point hungry. However, in Beta V3, Yaoguang's talent now only provides 20% elation damage, and the Great Boon effect only gains 1 additional trigger, regardless of how many skill points are used. As a result, the damage potential from her talent is more limited compared to the previous version. For her technique, there are no mechanical changes at all. The only change is the name of the effect, which was previously called Red Envelope and is now renamed to Fortune Pouch. Next, we move on to the elation skill, which is one of the parts that received a fairly significant buff. The damage taken by enemies with the Woe's Whisper status is now increased to 16%, up from the previous 10%. In addition, the base damage multiplier of the elation skill dealt to all enemies is increased to 50% physical elation DMG, compared to the previous 40%. With this buff, Yaoguang's damage contribution from her elation skill becomes much more relevant. Finally, we discuss the Eidolons, which see major changes, especially at E1, E4, and E6. At Eidolon 1, the amount of punchline gained is increased to 40, up from 30. Additionally, this Eidolon now causes all allies' elation DMG to ignore 20% of enemy DEF, compared to the previous effect which only increased the elation skill damage to 140% of its original value. This change makes E1 significantly more valuable. Eidolon 4 is completely reworked. In the old version, E4 granted the effect, when all ally targets deal elation DMG, they ignore 18% of the target's def. In Beta V3, this is replaced with, during a Haas extra turn triggered by Yaoguang's ultimate, the DMG dealt by all ally characters' elation skills becomes 150% of the original DMG. Practically speaking, this is a swap between the old E1 and E4 effects, but with higher numbers. Meanwhile, Eidolon 6 also receives a buff. The elation DMG increase for all allies is now raised to 25%, up from 20%. In addition, the damage multiplier of Yaoguang's own elation skill is increased to 100% of the original multiplier, compared to only 60% previously. This change makes Yaoguang's E6 scaling significantly stronger. In conclusion, although Yaoguang's talent receives a nerf, overall the changes in Beta V3 result in more buffs than nerfs. While most of the buffs are concentrated in her Eidolons, Yaoguang now has much more consistent energy regeneration, stronger elation contribution, and more focused and powerful Eidolon scaling. Alright, that's all for now, everyone. So what do you think about Yaoguang's changes in Beta V3? Do you think these changes make her more appealing, or the opposite? Feel free to share your thoughts, opinions, and speculations in the comments. Don't forget to share this information with your friends who also play Honkai Star Rail, and make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any important updates. See you in the next update.